listener, and welcome to Chapter 4 of Bite-Sized Tales, the audio flash fiction podcast. This week's chapter is The Healer, written and read by Chris Hussey. I can heal him, I swear. Gadrick gestured wildly and pleaded, his worn brown robe rustling as he spoke, golden thread twinkling in the torchlight. Fenfyr was skeptical, his gaze shifting from the bearded Gadrick to the body that lay on dust and dirt-covered stone tiles in the desiccated throne room. Unlikely, priest. Your god thrives only in that which is already dead. Fenfyr pointed his still-drawn and black-blooded sword at the battered form. And by my sword, your dead god will not claim my brother's soul. Tears welled up in Fenfyr's eyes. Gadrick shook his head vigorously in denial. That is not true. Hatar is not a dead god. He serves and cares for the dead, and he only takes those souls when it is their time. Gadrick stared at the body. And Fenfyr, it is not Dalfyr's time. This I know. But time is our enemy now, and we have precious little of it. Gadrick's eyes focused on the thin red line that cut left to right on Dalfyr's neck in a sinister-looking smile. Crimson seeped from the wound. Squinting back the tears, Fenfyr looked around the ruins for some sort of answer. The battle against the demon that resided here cost them nearly everything. Their spellcaster, a peasant mage who thought himself powerful by using the ridiculous name of Talundra the Mysterious, was the first to fall, being rendered into 8 bloody pieces by the beast's hideous claws. Tok, the stout dwarf who reveled in ribald humor, was second to fall, consumed by flames from the demon's eyes. Tok perished with honor, Fenfyr was certain of it. The dwarf's hammer found purchase in one of the demon's legs, crushing the bones with a sickening and unholy crack. Following that strike, the dwarf used his ancestral hammer to shatter the spines of the beast's wings, forcing it to remain on the ground. Fenfyr remembered the smile on the dwarf's face as the sinister fire washed over him. Those same flames almost consumed Fenfyr, but he escaped with only the roasting of his left arm, which still was nothing but a throbbing, useless limb of pain, his flesh cracking and crinkling when it moved. Even Gadrick did not escape unscathed. A vicious slash across his chest, and damp rivers of blood slowly dripped from nose and eyes, a sign of the creature's dark magic. Then there was Dalfyr, his beloved brother. He stayed at distance, lodging arrow after arrow into the hellspawn. The demon only reached him after Fenfyr fell from his burns. The claws of the beast first raked Dalfyr's chest, then one sigh-like claw across his neck. That strike alone would have removed his head, if not for Gadrick's spell of holding. That same magic allowed Fenfyr to deliver the killing blow. Perhaps, Gadrick thought, his skepticism in the priest beginning to wane. Perhaps he can do something for my brother. Gadrick moved closer to Fenfyr, wiping the blood from his face with his robe. Please, Fenfyr, I do not wish to see you lose your brother. We have lost enough today. Fenfyr looked at the ground, his eyes slowly drifting toward the broken and emaciated form of the now dead demon. I do not trust you, priest. Your god and all it stands for goes against all the beliefs of my people. I know, good Fenfyr. I only agreed to your coming along this mission because this demon's kin destroyed one of your temples and took all the dead from it as thralls. I know, good Fenfyr. Thralls, which then terrorized and killed people from my lands. My lands, Gadrick. Gadrick nodded, looking away. Fenfyr's tone softened. I believed your god and your fellow priests thirsted for revenge as we did. Gadrick nodded again. You were correct in such thoughts. Hatar cares for the dead. To see them used in the manner they were used against your people is a blasphemy to us. Gadrick looked again at Dalfyr. Please, I do not wish your brother to join the ranks of the dead. And as I said, it is not his time. Fenfyr turned away. Gadrick could hear sobbing. Do your magic, priest. Save my brother. Gadrick smiled. That I will most certainly do, good Fenfyr. Moving quickly, Gadrick hoisted the body of Dalfyr into a rotting chair. Fenfir moved to protest, but Gadrick cut him off. The dead lie, not sit. He began to gesture up and down the bowman's body, whispering a chant marked by sharp words and small hisses. Turning toward the action, tears still flowing from his eyes, Fenfir watched as Gadrick continued the alien gestures and speech. The warrior felt the room grow colder, and his burnt arms stung at the sensation. Worry gripping him, Fenfir scanned for the source of the chill, his eyes turning away from his brother. When they returned, Fenfir's heart caught in his throat. A green and gray glow floated about Dalfir, then slowly coalesced into a spectral shape matching his brother's body. Fenfir struggled to find the words. What is this? Gadrick responded, his voice full with awe as his hands worked controlling the mist. It is beautiful, is it not? What have you done with Dalfir? Fenfir took a step toward the priest. Exactly what I said I would, Fenfir. I have saved your brother. I have saved his soul from being called forth by your gods. When one of Hatar's avatars is slain, it needs a fresh soul and body to inhabit. I am holding Dalfir's soul until the transfer is complete. A shifting and scraping sound behind Fenfir captured his attention to the body of the slain demon. A stream of blood-red mist escaped from the beast's mouth and nose, slithering toward Gadrick and Dalfir. Fenfir turned and panicked. But you helped me kill it. After the damned dwarf shattered so many of its bones, I knew this was the only way. The red mist climbed over Dalfir's body, merging with the green and gray of Dalfir's soul. Fenfir's eyes widened at the realization. Raising his sword, he charged the pair, tears and rage flowing from his face. Dalfir's lifeless, gray eyes opened with a start and flared red as his body spasmed. As Fenfir closed, Gadrick scrambled to escape the blade. Dalfir rose from the chair, staring into Fenfir's rage-filled face. His mouth opened, and he spoke with a voice that sounded like 1,000 screaming souls. Brother. The impetus for the story came from an image writing prompt that showed a ghostly figure hovering above the body of someone who was deceased, with another man standing nearby, appearing to do some sort of incantation over the body. When I looked at it, I saw it as an attempt to heal the body, but then as I thought about it more, I realized the possible deception and plot twist which could be used in a story of this nature. Hope you enjoyed it. This chapter of Bite-Sized Tales has been brought to you under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. Intro and outro music is Fantasy Motion by Alexander Nakarada, provided under Creative Commons 4.0 license. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today, we'd greatly appreciate reviews and recommendations to your friends. For more information about our authors, please visit bitesizedtales.com. We look forward to reading to you next time.